Hi, Ashley Strong from Light, Love, and Spirit here, intuitive teacher, psychic medium, and spiritual coach. I am here today to talk to you about loved ones and spirit guides. Can your loved one be your spirit guide? The answer is yes, and the answer is no. So, short answer is yes, your loved one absolutely can act as your spirit guide. Some people say, my grandmother is my guardian angel, or that's my guardian angel watching over me. So, I'm going to keep it pretty down to earth as much as I can today. But actually, angels are a whole nother frequency, okay? They're like on a whole nother level. We call them that typically because of the religions we were brought up in and things like that. But if we're going to talk about spirituality, I want to actually talk about it on a level that I understand, that the others in this community understand and teach as well. So, when you have a loved one pass and they go into the light and you are getting signs from them and you know that you're hearing them, you know that you're seeing them, you've questioned if you're crazy, you've decided that you're not crazy, it's definitely them, you can understand that they are likely acting as a spirit guide for you. Why am I saying acting? Well, we typically pick our spirit guides before we come here. So we pick one that is going to be with us throughout life. And then we have spirit guides who are assigned a specific period or season in our lives to help us get through. So they have like a specific job to do. If you have a loved one that passes and you were close, and you actually don't even have to be close with this person, but that's normally how we recognize it, right? So if you have a loved one that passes and all of a sudden you're also going through an awakening, but the only one that you're seeing or hearing from is your loved one that has passed, this can be really conflicting because on one hand we get excited seeing that they're around, feeling that they're around, getting the signs from them, and then we go into immediate self-doubt. Am I crazy? Am I just wishful thinking? And then we back away from all of it again. Typically, the cycle starts over and over and over until we get those in our face signs that are undeniable that, hey, there's something more out there. We do have a way to tap into our intuitive side. We do have a way to connect with the unseen. They're still there because energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be changed, right? So where did they go? Are they hanging around? So this is what I have understood to have happened through all the readings that I have done, through the coaching that I have received, through the books that I've read. It seems to be pretty blanket across the table. So what I understand is that when our loved one passes and we are in that moment meant to wake up, go through our awakening, our loved one will step in and act as a guide. Why? Because once we get past the realization that we're not crazy, we trust them. We trust our grandparents. We trust our husbands, our wives. We trust the person that we knew here on earth. If we are just brand new to this and we keep seeing the same figure show up over and over again, but we have no clue who they are, that's going to be kind of scary and startling for most people. So if you're going through your awakening and it's time for you to wake up, it's time for you to understand who and what you are, that you have the ability to tune in with your intuitive side, that you have the ability to connect with the divine, then it's probably going to be a loved one that shows up for you. So in this sense, they act as your spirit guide. I tell people all the time because they're like, well, I was seeing my dad over and over and over and over again, and then it just stopped. As soon as I started actually getting somewhere with this, he quit showing up. Why is that? Well, because they're acting as our spirit guides, they're there to help us, and they're there to help us through a season. They're there to teach us that we can trust spirit. They're there to show us how beautiful and magical all of this can be. They're there to show us how strong we are, how supported we are. And so I explain it like this to all of my clients, my coaching clients, my reading clients, in whatever form you work with me, I explain it like this. If you were going to a new party where you knew absolutely no one but your one best friend, you would go with your best friend. and you're in this room full of people and you're feeling awkward and you're feeling a little nervous, and your friend starts introducing you to people and you start connecting with people and you start to feel more comfortable. Your friend is then going to leave you with your new acquaintance and just move a little bit further away across the room to go talk to someone else that they know. As you get more comfortable, they're going to go talk to someone else that they know a little further away. And then as you get more comfortable, they're going to go in the other room and talk with someone that they haven't seen in a long time. So when you look at this from a spiritual perspective, your loved one can introduce you to your abilities, to your other spirit guides, to other members on your spirit team. And as you get more comfortable, they're going to back away, one, as a service to you, to show you that you can do this on your own. And then two, because they've got things to do over there too. They've got jobs to do, they've got life reviews to do, they've got all of these things that spirits have to do on the other side. And so they haven't gone away when you stop hearing for them or seeing them all the time when you once were all the time. They just went to another room. They're just over there learning new things, talking to new people or old people, rekindling, relationships with spirits or people they haven't seen in a long time. They haven't left you. They've just entrusted you enough to trust yourself to tap into these gifts that you have. And so you call on them, and after they've, completely crossed over, they're actually better able to communicate with you after that 4 to 6 month period where they've done their transitioning. So I am getting a little deeper with this than I expected to, but I just wanted to kind of explain the whole process. So the answer to, can your spirit guide be your loved one? The answer is yes. Typically, they are not assigned as your spirit guide. They're always going to be on your spirit team. They're not technically defined as your spirit guide. They can serve and act as a guide to introduce you to your gifts, to introduce you to your abilities, to show you who and what you are, how strong you are, how loved you are, how supported you are. And then they're going to slowly back away as they see how proud of you they are and how proud of yourself that you can be. So if you have had a loved one show up for a while and you're getting a little bit fearful, wondering if they've left you and if they're never coming back, the answer is no. They probably just trust you now and think that, hey girl, or hey dude, it's time for you to explore this a little bit on your own. I'll be back. So they're just in the other room, spiritually speaking, and they'll be back once you learn to fine-tune this a little bit more. Trust yourself, trust that you're supported, trust that you are divinely loved. For more on spirit communication, understanding your intuitive gifts, understanding how the universe loves and supports us in a very down-to-earth way, go to lightloveandspirit.com to check out more blogs and some of the courses I have.